Bonnie from Backwards Story, and today I am bringing you a book that I ordered from Book Depository earlier this year. The book came out in the United States on June 12th. Today is June 26th, and I am just now getting the UK edition. You may be able to guess what book I ordered because its sisters are sitting right here. This is the original edition of An Ember in the Ashes, before it had its first or second cover change. And this is A Torch Against the Night with a cover change, but it still matches pretty well to the first book, so I was still ultimately happy with it. When the covers changed for the third time, I really love the covers. I think it's great that publishers are putting more diverse characters front and center on books and that they are not whitewashing them, and it was such a fantastic thing for Penguin to do. At the same time, I like my books to match, and I like that you don't see people on the cover of either of these books. Plus, I don't really like seeing people on books, especially in fantasy, because then I imagine them as what they look like on the cover, and I don't imagine them on my own, and they always manage to look a little more modern than the time that they're taking place, just because people didn't look like that back then, and you don't have a way to really accurately show that. So I just don't like people on the cover of my books. I think it's great what they did. I love the covers. I wanted my covers to match a little more. So I imported the UK edition because they just did a cover redesign too. It's still not quite matching the first two, but it matched a little more closely, so I went with this one. And I didn't mind the wait. It was only maybe a 2-week wait, not even that. And honestly, I don't think that I read A Torch Against the Night. I can't remember. I think that I didn't have time, and then I was like, I might as well wait until the third one is out, and it's 4 books, so at this point, I'm probably just going to wait until next year when the final book comes out, and just do a binge of all of them all together, because it's been a little while since I read An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night, if I did read that. Alright, and here comes Reaper out of the box. And here is our first look. It is the UK edition of the cover. And you get a bookmark every time that you place an order. This one is for the 91 Story Treehouse. And here's the book. Here they are together, and it's just a little bit more of a match for me. So next year I'll get the 4th book from the UK as well. Just they look a little more cohesive, and I like cohesive covers. I mean, granted, Reaper is a smidge taller, but it's just a smidge. It barely registers. They are so close in size. Shall we pop a little peek inside? Black end papers. Nothing fancy under the jacket. Look at this map. Black Cliff Academy. And another map. I love fantasy maps. Part 1, The King of No Name. Chapter 1, The Nightbringer. And here's how a torch looks when you open up. Sabaa Tahir's name is stamped there. The end papers are the map, which is also really awesome. I love when end papers do something special, especially when they're maps. I don't know why, I just love it. I love that right here, this reflects that original cover so much. There you are. In the first book, again with the author stamp, the cover on the end papers. So that's one way they don't match, because the end papers don't look like that on the UK edition. But I can live with that because the covers are a little closer if I'm taking photographs. I just like how symmetrical they look. And who knows, when I get my own place again and I have all the room in the world, because I plan to get a room that is nothing but a library, then I can afford to get all the editions of all of the books, and I can get the new reprints, but for now I can only afford 1 edition. Plus I think that I would like to get the reprint all in paperback, so have 1, 2, 3, 4 in paperback with the new covers, rather than have just the third one in hardcover not matching the first 2. I'd rather have all 4 with the new covers and have them match and have them be a set. So I'd rather do sets like that. Hardcovers looking one way, paperbacks looking a different way. So that is a goal for me sometime in the future. But for now, I'm very satisfied with what I chose. And let me know which edition of Reaper you got, or if you haven't, which edition you plan to get. And if you haven't seen the UK covers yet, here's a quick glance at what the first 2 look like now. And that is everything from me today. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.